Hidden in Jimbojo, Tokyo, is a book lover's paradise. On a quiet corner, in an old wooden building, lies a shop filled with hundreds and hundreds of second-hand books. 25-year-old Takako has never liked reading, even though the Morisaki bookshop has been in her family for 3 generations. It is the pride and joy of her uncle, Satoru, who has devoted his life to the bookshop since his wife Momoko left him 5 years earlier. Hello and good day everyone, my name is Zulfa Zahra binti Muhammad Zuki and I am currently studying at SMK Sultan Yahya Petra II. Today, I'm going to do a book review of a novel called Days at the Morisaki Bookshop, written by Satoshi Yagisawa. It was published in 2010 by Shogakukan Incorporated and contains of 169 pages. I bought this book after seeing it all over the internet. It is a short read and can be finished in a single sitting. The language is easy, making it a great book for beginners. This book offers insights into how the power of books can be uplifting for the spirit and how the power of community and relationship can change a person's life. This book is divided into 2 parts. The first part shows how Takako's boyfriend dumps her and how hard it hits her, leading her into some sort of a depression where sleeping becomes a coping mechanism. During this time, her uncle Satoru offers her work and a place to live at, which is the Morisaki Bookshop, their family bookstore started by Takako's great-grandfather and Satoru's grandfather. Surrounded by books, her life eventually changes for the better as they give her the strength to heal and confront her insecurities. She is also introduced to a host of enigmatic characters in and around Jimbocho where the bookshop is located. She even forms friendships with some of these characters and we get to see a lot of wholesome interactions between them. This part contains many comforting descriptions of bookstores and cafes and focuses more on the power of reading. This part ends with Takako confronting her ex head-on about the breakup, giving herself the closure that she needed. The second part focuses more on Satoru and his wife Momoko, who suddenly returns after leaving him 5 years ago. From here, we get to see new beginnings in Takako's life as she meets a new character named Wado who she forms a friendship with. From this part, we also get to learn more about why Momoko left Satoru all those years ago. However, this part doesn't really focus on the aesthetics of the bookshop. Instead, it deviates away from the bookshop. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy the second part as much as the first part. I picked this book because I wanted to enjoy a cozy story with good descriptions of bookstores and about people who love books just like me. Now don't get me wrong, this book has all of that, but only up to the first part. The second part leaves all of these elements aside and focuses more on a new set of characters and their relationship with the main characters. However, from this book, we get to learn how important it is to be part of a community, to have meaningful relationships, and the impact of reading can have on a person's life. Overall, I did enjoy this book. I did get a little bit of that kick from reading about bookstores and about books because what kind of a book lover would enjoy that? But if I were to put it all to the side, I would still find it lacking in depth and the story felt all over the place in the second part. I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I think that this book is great for anyone who wants to try reading English books for the first time. I guess that is all for now about my book review. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see you guys next time.